Hey fight fans, welcome back to the Fight Book. This is the Indian accent guy back after 2 days because in the last 2 days we didn't have enough and good updates to make a good video. So now when we have some interesting updates, I'm gonna make a small video with big updates. So to stay updated, watch the video till the end. Let's start the video in chronological order with UFC Vegas 107 May 31st headline by Blanchfield vs. Barber. After the dramatic weigh-in show, let's summarize that weigh-in. Macy Barber has missed weight by 0.5 pounds and she is forfeited 20% of her purse to Aaron Blanchfield. Alan Nascimento also missed weight and is forfeited 20% of his purse to his opponent. Katyan Vieira vs. Macy Shizan moved to 145 because Shizan couldn't make weight and she is also forfeited 25% of her purse to Vieira. Moreover, Trevin Giles vs. Andreas Gustafsson is off because Giles had pulled out. Andreas Gustafsson will now make his UFC debut next weekend on UFC 316 card, headlined by O'Malley vs. He will face Chaos Williams, whose opponent Uros Magic had pulled out and was replaced by Albert Tedevosian, but then Albert Tedevosian also pulled out, so Andreas Gustafsson is the new replacement. Markel Medros, who also pulled out of UFC Vegas 107 card, will be fighting at UFC 316 1 week later against a new opponent, UFC debutant Mark Choinsky. Anyway, next let's move on towards UFC 317 June 28th. UFC 317 and UFC 318, both PPV's official poster has been released. You tell me which one you like more. A fight that is officially added on UFC 317 card is a featherweight bout where 11-0 undefeated Haider Amil will return against Jose Delgado to get 4th straight UFC win. Related to the topic that who will be the next opponent for the winner of the headliner Oliveira vs. Topuria, Paddy Pimblett says that he is not interested in fighting Arman Tsarukyan for the #1 contender spot and he wants to fight Justin Gaethje in October. Then Arman Tsarukyan responds to him saying that it was obvious he was talking trash with zero intention of backing it up. Then Paddy responds to Tsarukyan says Arman has been handed everything on a silver platter his whole life. He tells Arman that nobody cares about him after he pulled out against Arman Tsarukyan. Basically, it is another form of ducking. Anyway, let's move on towards UFC Nashville July 12th card. The fight added on that card is a ranked welterweight bout where number 12 ranked Stephen Thompson will be back into the octagon to fight the prospect Gabriel Bonfim. Thompson is riding a 2-fight losing streak while Bonfim is riding a 2-fight win streak. Anyway, let's move on towards UFC 318 July 19th card, and there are 2 fights added on it. First one is a lightweight bout between Daniel Zellhuber versus Michael Johnson. This fight was rumored for UFC 317 card, but instead it is announced for UFC 318. The second fight is a welterweight bout between Francisco Prado versus Nikolay Vertanikov. And the official announcements end here. One more fight for UFC Abu Dhabi July 26th card. Number 2 ranked Peter Yan fighting number 13 ranked bantamweight Marcus McGee is being reported by almost every MMA channel, but let me tell you that this fight is not yet official. It is not even signed yet. So whenever it is announced officially or signed, the guy with the Indian accent will definitely tell you, so do not believe to others. Now, before ending the video, let's talk about some important updates about the potential fights, and the first one is Jon Jones vs. Tom Aspinall. The petition to strip Jon Jones from his heavyweight title officially surpasses 150,000 signatures, and Jon Jones thanks Tom Aspinall for free promo. Aspinall in response says, "My player Jon told you I'm not an asshole, glad you're enjoying retirement." From Jack Della Maddalena vs. Islam Makhachev super fight, Bilal Muhammad in a recent interview talked about it and says that this fight should happen at MSG in November, and he also says that he wants to fight on that card as well against Kamaru Usman if he gets past Joaquin Buckley. Shavkat Rakhmonov is also back in the gym, so who knows what the UFC is cooking. Last news is from Conor McGregor vs. Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler hints a fight with Conor McGregor in the start of 2026 via thread. That's all in this UFC section, but not all from this video, because we also have some massive fight announcements in the boxing world, as well as some results from last night fights that paved way for the big scale future fights. So first, let's talk about these results, and then let's talk about the fights that are officially announced. Last night in Las Vegas, in Golden Boy Promotions headliner, WBA number 3 ranked Bektamir Melikuziev beats the undefeated prospect number 4 ranked Darius Fulgham in a super middleweight WBA title eliminator bout. Melikuziev scores a knockdown in round 12 to score a 114-112 unanimous decision, and he is now a mandatory defense for the unified champion Janibek Alimkhanuli. Despite that, Queen Berry's promoter Frank Warren has told The Ring that he expects number 1 ranked WBO contender Denzel Bentley to fight for the WBA middleweight title against Janibek Alimkhanuli before the end of this year. Let's see who Janibek decides to fight next. Anyway, from Matchroom's card in Guadalajara, Mexico, in the headliner, Khalil Ko gets his revenge by easily beating Manuel Gallegos, who decides not to come out for round 6 of their rematch. In one of the undercard bouts, super bantamweight WBA interim champion Murodjon Ahmadaliev returned against Luis Castillo in a showcase bout where he drops Castillo twice to the body in round 5 and 6 and then stops him in round 8. He is now official to fight Naoya Inoue for the undisputed super bantamweight titles on September 14th in Tokyo. In another undercard bout, WBO number 1 contender in the bantamweight division Christian Medina also fought in a showcase bout where he defeated Daniel Ramirez via second round TKO. He now looks to challenge for the WBO bantamweight title against Yoshiki Takei in September in Japan. I won't be surprised if this fight is added on Naoya Inoue's card. Anyway, now let's talk about the fights that are officially announced in the boxing world. Again, we will do it in chronological order. So first, July 19th, Las Vegas card headlined by Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. There is a fight added, and it is a ranked featherweight bout where number 3 ranked by WBA Brandon Figueroa will fight WBA number 10 ranked Joet Gonzalez on the undercard of Pacquiao versus Barrios. Next, there is a complete card announced from Top Rank for July 26 at MSG, New York City. It will be for the super welterweight vacant WBO title, where WBO's number 1 ranked Xander Zayas will face number 2 ranked Jorge Garcia Perez. Zayas is their mandatory, while Perez is coming off upset win over Charles Conwell. The co-main event of the card will be for the featherweight WBC interim title to fight the full champ Stephen Fulton in the future. Number 1 ranked WBC contender Bruce Carrington will fight their number 11 ranked Matheus Chieda for this interim title. Next, we have a heavyweight title bout. Don King, with a bid of 1.1 million, has won the purse bids to promote the WBA regular heavyweight title fight between Kubrat Pulev and their number 2 ranked fighter Michael Hunter. The fight will take place on August 23rd at a site to be determined in the United States. The Pulev-Hunter winner will be ordered to face the victor of June 7 WBA interim title fight between Fabio Wardley and Justice Huni. Now you are again completely up to date with the fight world. Now you have only one thing to do, just share your thoughts in the comment section, give your feedback, because that is motivation. Like the video if you enjoyed, and then do whatever you want.